Arizona does not have any specific grounds for divorce. The thing that you have to do is you have to file a petition for dissolution of marriage. You have to just allege that there are irreconcilable differences. And what that means essentially is that you no longer want to live with your current spouse. So in Arizona, there's no fault. You don't have to allege fault. You don't have to prove fault. You merely just have to tell the court, I no longer want to be involved in this relationship. Assets in Arizona are divided on what's known as an equitable basis. Now, most people think that equitable means 50-50, and while that may be true some of the time or even most of the time, there are always exceptions that would divide the property on an uneven basis, perhaps because of a business, because of spousal maintenance, or a home. Generally speaking, though, if you resolve the property issues on your own, you can do that however you see fit. But when the court makes the decision at trial, they're going to come down on what they think is equitable based on your specific circumstances. What is alimony in Arizona? Arizona doesn't actually have alimony. Arizona has what's called spousal maintenance. And the goal of spousal maintenance is to help the spouse receiving the money to become financially self-sufficient on their own. And so the duration of spousal maintenance is going to depend on a lot of factors. But mainly the court's going to be concerned with how long is it going to take this person to become financially self-sufficient, and they'll give them that amount of time to work through that process, whether that includes job training, going back to school, or whatever they need to do so they can support themselves. Spousal maintenance is awarded frequently in Arizona, but it is not automatic. Custody in Arizona is essentially broken down into two elements. There's what we call legal decision making, and then there's parenting time. Legal decision making has to do with the big decisions that are made in your child's life. Most people consider that to be educational, religious, or medical decisions. And so essentially the court can award what's known as 50-50 joint legal decision making, and where the parents would be required to communicate and come up with the decision that's in the best interest of the child. The court can also award what's known as sole legal decision making if they do not believe that the parents are going to be able to communicate effectively and collaboratively to make the best interest decision for their child. Now, when it comes to parenting time, that's how much time you actually spend with your child. So just because you have 50-50 legal decision making, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have 50-50 parenting time. So they can be uneven. You can have sole legal decision making and 50-50 parenting time. You can have joint legal decision making, and parenting time can be, every other weekend for one parent. And really what matters in that situation is whether or not both parents have the ability to effectively parent on a day in, day out basis. However, most situations where parents can both parent the same amount of time, you're going to have either 50-50 or very, very close to a 50-50 parenting schedule. If you have any questions about the topics that we just discussed, reach out and contact us at Arizona Law Group.